is a Boardwalk Audio podcast.
Hey guys, before we get into the show, we have a great idea.
You should order some booze and get it delivered to you to drink while you listen.
Whoa, that is awesome. How do I do that?
Saucy is beer, wine, spirits, ordered online and delivered directly to your door.
What? Alcohol delivery in 30 minutes? Get out of town, Ellen.
So many things. So many things.
That says 10,000 products. That's insane.
That's crazy. I mean, they have
prices. You can
beer,
order craft beer,
wine,
spirit,
mixers, ice. You can get ice.
Oh, they even have a mobile app.
You can get Fritos, too.
Fritos?
Yeah. I would order the Ravenswood and the Fritos.
Oh, I like the Underwood can rosé.
Yeah, they have rosé all day.
Free delivery, guys.
It's crazy. And in 30 minutes, or you can schedule it too.
Yeah, you can do that too. So if you want to get 10% off on your order, and I think that's every time, right?
I do believe.
You can go to boardwalkaudio.com/saucy, and that's SAUCEY, saucy.
Get saucy. And drink with us.
Yeah, we're about to drink. You should have a glass with us.
Yeah.
Yay. Reach out.
I just drink wine.
Welcome to the Wine Situation!
Oh my God. I'm so relieved. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. It's been a long day, just personally.
Same.
Yeah.
Writing around auditions and working on writing. It was,
Day in the life of an LA actor.
And we're both literally broken.
And we're both literally broken.
Sean's mouth is healing.
I'm finally able to talk normally again after a gum graft surgery. How fun is that?
Gum graft.
I'm sure you guys really wanted to know that.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Delicious gums. Gum for dinner.
Nothing says delicious like gum grafting.
Yeah, so anyway.
How are you broken, Ellen?
I have 5 broken ribs in my back, but I'm almost disturbed at how well I'm doing.
Well, I have 6 broken ribs.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Whatever you can do, I can do better. I'm breaking 5 ribs. I know I saw you New Year's Day and you're like, oh, I just had this surgery and I felt so bad for you. So I was like, okay, fuck, what can I do?
Yeah.
I put on high heels. I was carrying some shit. I slipped. I landed on my back. I broke 5 ribs.
There you go.
Just took me a few hours to figure out how to up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up me? Now
Up
you're back
you.
on top.
Back on top.
Reigning champ.
As I like to be.
Just kidding.
This is the wine situation where we pair.
Oh,
right. That's right. We had to get our complainy bits out of the way. We pair our guests' wines with H's with wines without.
Yeah.
Shaughn is the wine whisperer. He knows how to look into your soul and tell you, baby, you need a glass of bubbly.
Look into your heart. You will see
The wine.
the wine that's meant to be.
The wine for you and me.
Ellen is just the wine nerd.
Yeah, I'm the wine nerd.
She's taken a lot of accreditation programs, the W sets,
Yeah.
the quartermasters.
You did the quartermasters as well.
Yeah.
You helped open Bar Covell. You worked with Greg Condes.
I did. That's true.
I just drank a lot and took a lot of classes.
Ellen drank a lot, took a lot of classes, and memorized a lot of great information.
I'm gonna pour
Around
so
the
much,
globe.
so much out too, because we're about to do a new segment.
Oh, right.
We're gonna do a grape. What are we calling it? Grapes for gripes.
Grape of the week.
Grape of the week. And what is our grape of the week this week, Sean?
What is it?
Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, tell me about Sauvignon Blanc.
Well, it's late budding, early ripening.
Ooh.
It likes dry and rocky soil, like chalk and gravel, which you can find in places like the Loire Valley, a classic region to find it. You also find it growing in Grape, which is left bank Bordeaux.
Yeah, you do.
Both these places are in France. You also find it in Marlborough, New Zealand, and a little bit in California.
Where in California?
Uh,
Napa, Lake County.
Up there, Lake County, yeah.
Is this the grape they use in Sancerre?
Yes, it is, Sean. It is also Sancerre's.
I love asking questions that I already know the answer to.
Sean, you're correct. And you probably know 2 other. Sancerre, for our listeners, is a subregion of the Loire Valley.
Delicious.
In sort of almost northern France. And also Puy-Fumé is another off-brand, but like as good as Sancerre in my opinion.
Yeah, so it's like a light, crispy, tropical, sometimes grassy.
Yeah, grass tends to be its sort of grass and minerality to me are what really you taste it and you know whether you taste citrus or whether you taste tropical or if you get that grass and that really chalky minerality, you're like, oh, this is Sauvignon Blanc.
Exactly. And it
High
pairs
acid,
really
high acid.
high acid.
Yeah.
And it pairs really well with like a chèvre cheese.
Yeah.
AKA goat cheese, y'all.
And also, I think Sir Lucero told us that a white Bordeaux pairs well, if it's oaked, which is weird, pairs well with turkey. I just found that I was looking at
Oh, really?
I was looking at our workbook from the class we took.
Oh, and also a white Bordeaux contains Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon.
Yes.
But that pairs well with turkey?
If it's been oaked, apparently.
If it's been oaked. Oh, God, of course, if it's been oaked.
So, yeah, if you guys want a high acid sort of, it's usually, I don't know. Unless, if a New Zealand one's going to be completely different, though. Not completely, but...
It'll be a lot grassier.
It's going to have that cat pea on a gooseberry bush I speak of.
Oh, cool.
That catnip pea note.
Cat pea note.
Asparagus.
And that's the grape of the week.
That's the grape of the week! We have another bit of business. You guys gave us some more grocery store wines, so I just wanted to shout them out so the people that made the effort to write us get their due.
Get their shout out on the podcast.
On
You will live in infamy.
on the wine situation.
On iTunes podcast. and
Apple
Libsyn.
Podcasts.
On Apple Podcasts.
Okay. At Asia_at Tilgman. I'm probably missaying your name. I'm sorry. She also endorsed Educated Guess, which I've seen now at the grocery store. I need to buy it sometime and try.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently it's good. Judy Clifford, not my mom or anything, says anything Trader Joe's, especially the reserves, because my mom's fancy. Betsy Stover, our former guest, she sent me pictures of stuff, and I actually went out and drank them. I tried the Upper Eden Pinot Noir from Santa Lucia Highlands.
Oh, I love Betsy Stover.
She's so great. She was, Betsy, we love you.
Love you.
I really liked the Bellevine Sauvignon Blanc. Ooh, a French one she suggested. And then our friend Anthony in Tampa, he sent a picture of a bunch of wines he likes from the grocery store. There were a bunch of Chardonnays. There were Francis Coppola Director's Cut, Sonoma Couture, a Franciscan Estate Napa, and then also we saw some bubblies he got in from Chateau Saint Jean and La Vostra.
Oh, good. Yeah, delicious.
So you guys, grocery store wines.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for. Feel free to. We'll get a new assignment next week.
Yeah, new assignment coming at you, but.
Feel free to tell us. We'll still listen.
Yeah, we'll still listen. Post on the Facebook, post on the Insta.
Yeah, email us.
And if you have a grape you want to know about, know, if you want to give us a new grape for the grape of the week.
We would like to know what you want to know about.
I really like saying grape of the week.
Grape of the week. Beep, 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 beep. I picture that.
Grape of the week, grape of the week.
Exactly. Should
Alliteration.
we get into
Let's get into our guest.
Our guest, she is a comedic
Does that sound
storyteller.
terrible?
She does improv. She has a show at the Clubhouse. I think we'll let her give us the details, called Last Date. She does a storytelling show that I'm scared, but I'm going to be taking part in, called Cara and Jen's Sleepover Party Show at the Moving Arts Theater. Jen Curcio!
Hello.
Did I say your name
Hi.
right?
You did.
Okay, good.
Curcio.
Yeah.
Curcio.
Yep.
I didn't know if it says, yeah.
For a second, I was like,
Curcio.
what if she's super Italian and it's Curcio or something?
No.
Ooh.
Welcome.
Hi,
Thank you.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
We're excited to have you here.
So storytelling.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I got into that a couple years ago before I moved here. There was one show in Philadelphia for it. And so I did that one show. Had a lot of fun. And then I was like, well, I guess I'll move somewhere else now.
Time to take the show on the road.
Yeah.
You just like spun a globe and you're like, bonk,
There it is.
Los Angeles.
LA.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's some things happening here.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Whatever. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on the show. Yeah, I did see one of your storytelling episodes when I was looking today online
Oh, thank you.
about almost like hooking up with someone and then it didn't quite happen and you moved here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm dying to know what happened when you went back.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing. I mean, like,
Really?
we hung out and but like a bunch of people were hanging out with us and I was just kind of like, cool. You still have that
That
boyfriend.
was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
if you want to look it up, what was the name of was it the brainstorming? Is that what
yeah,
it was called?
it was Brainstorm Storytelling Show.
There
That's
you
a
go.
great show.
Yeah, that looked really cool.
Yeah.
That was a great story. You told it very
Thank
well.
you.
So
Thank
I must say, I'm glad I Okay, well, that's it. So thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for being
That's all I
here.
wanted to know. No, what did you want to whine about today?
Yeah, we
What
need
did you
to get
wanna-
opening
We should
our-
get some wines
Yeah.
going here.
Sure. I wanted to whine about just day jobs. Like, I have a day job. I'm a graphic designer.
Oh,
Like, in role, like, that's what I do.
Yeah.
But, like, my title is marketing assistant.
Ooh.
So they can pay less.
oh,
But, like, it's a common thing. Like, I'm looking for other jobs, and, like, everybody's doing that now. And I'm
Yeah.
like, come on.
do they do it with like the lure of do this long enough with us and eventually you'll get a different title?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's weird how you can do the exact same job as someone, but somehow when they rename it, they're willing to pay more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also feel like graphic designer or like copywriter now, like you have to be able to do so much.
Yeah.
Like it's not just writing anymore. It's like Adobe Premiere and it's editing things and it's like so much more to
Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, I do, like,
done.
social media, editing videos. So I feel like that's, like, every job, though.
Yeah.
So I guess I want to just whine about, like,
The mundane shit we have to do to
Yeah.
make
to like
things
get
happen.
by.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on that note,
On that note, we have a wine that's definitely a nighttime wine because it's like 20% ABV. It's
Oh,
high
wow.
alcohol
ooh,
and
it's a wine for the evening.
it's a fortified wine. Shaughn, what do we have? Oops.
This is the Henriques. I'm saying it with a French tone, but it's a Madera
It's a
from a tiny island off the coast of Portugal.
I think it's closer to Africa, but
It's
a province of
It's a
Portugal.
province. Well, it's closer to Africa, but it is governed by
Right.
Portugal. So, but it's
Yeah.
still kind of off the coast. But yes, it is more geographically part of Africa. But I want to give Africa its due for sure. But like, yeah, of course, the Europeans were like, "This is ours."
Yeah. They were like, look at that archipelago. Let's go and conquer. I
Yeah.
mean, it is.
Yes, exactly.
Volcanic
Anyway.
islands.
So this is a Verdelho 10-year Madera from the island of Madera by Henriques Henriques, which is their two sons that took over the business from their father in like 1919. Yeah, but the dad was making this wine since 1850.
And he was like, I'm sick of this day job. Pass it on to my sons.
Well, yeah, he died.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. Never mind.
one way
I
to
will
do
stop
it.
making up histories. So yeah, we wanted a wine that cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting really into Madera after
It's
the
so
research
good.
for this episode.
It's such an interesting wine, both the history and
Yeah.
it's just like or at least the one we have. Is this considered a dry and off dry? It's almost a dessert wine in my imagination.
I consider them dessert. Well, I mean, like they do get towards the desserty, but this is like a medium dry, I would say.
At any rate, we wanted a wine for the end of the day when you're not having to day job to
Yeah.
counteract your whiny wine.
Right. Because this is typically, you drink this after a meal or something or like towards the evening.
Okay.
Unless you were one of our founding fathers in which you just drank it all day.
Yeah, they liked it.
Yeah, they just basically like drank Madera like all day long.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Did you know George Washington would eat ice cream all the time? It was like
Really?
Yeah, like because it was
That
like
feels so bougie of him, though.
it was.
And
I think
ice
that's
was
why I
like
did
pretty
it.
expensive to make back then,
Yeah.
right?
And that's he would just walk around eating ice cream, like look at me.
Well, but did that
What
have
a
to do with
dick.
his dental situation? I mean, maybe he was pretending like it's because he was so bougie, and really he just was like, my mouth.
It could have.
Oh,
yeah.
that's good. I like to imagine him
I'm
as
giving
being
him
just
too
like a
much.
total dick, like asshole. He's like, oh, this ice cream is
Ice cream for breakfast."
delicious. What are you guys eating? They're like straw, roots, cherries. Thanks for not chopping that down. But enjoy your ice cream, you dick.
He pours a dollop of Madera on top, just like yeah.
No, but I guess what's his name? Scott Key, who wrote the Star Spangled Banner. Like he was like drunk as F on this.
And part of the reason, though, that they were drinking all this is it had something to do with taxing of imports and exports that made it like a lot cheaper to send Madera somehow there, which is funny because it's crazy expensive now because it's really complicated to make.
But it's kind of the basis of our whole country. Is like I don't want to pay taxes on that.
Yeah.
And I guess the way the shipping went through Madera, so they didn't have to pay British tax. So this is like the one alcohol they could get they didn't have to pay tax on or something. So they drank it.
Nice.
And it's just really high alcohol, so they didn't have to have as much. They're just
Yeah.
like, but they probably did.
But you want to talk a little bit about like how it became and like how they make it? I think
Oh.
that's I mean, is this going to be boring for you?
Do you want to
No.
talk about your wine
Do you
some,
wanna talk
and then
about
we
your
can
wine
tell
some?
you
Yeah.
some more wine history? Or
No, I
what?
want to know wine history.
You want to know wine history?
Yeah.
Or do you want to know about more about day jobs?
No, wine. I know about day jobs.
I was going to say, what was the worst day job you had?
The worst day job I ever had was the first one I had out of college because I graduated in 2008 and nobody was hiring.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the worst. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, you know.
You're here now.
Yeah.
10 years later, we got this.
Yeah. So I got this job just like in a, like kind of in a marketing department, not really. And they kind of like BS'd me the whole way through. And they were like, oh yeah, you'll do like graphic design and stuff. It was like the 1950s in there. Like they asked me to wear a skirt or a dress every day. And I was like, not cool. And yeah. And then they were like, they would just drink all the time. Like nonstop. Like people were like falling down drunk.
Whoa.
Like, it
Like
was
they had like
wild.
bars in their office and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They had a whole.
They were Don
alcohol-
Drapering it
yeah,
up?
Yeah.
a whole alcohol room. And the one chick who worked in the office with me,
A whole alcohol room.
they really did. It was just a whole. It was
Wow.
like this
Like,
size.
this is the
filled.
copier. There's the paper cutter, and that's
There's
the
the
alcohol
alcohol
room.
room.
Yeah, and like this one chick who shared an office with me, she would just like have her face down on the desk, and I was like, Jillian, are you?
Whoa.
Are you alive? And like she'd like lift her head up and like her eyes would be all like bloodshot and she'd be like,
God.
I'm fine. I'm like, okay.
Did you hold like a mirror under her nose if it's fogged?
I
Like,
should have.
she's fine.
Yeah. They're
She's
terrible.
alive.
Yeah.
How did they get anything done?
Yeah.
They didn't really. I mean, that's the thing. Like the whole, it was like a family-owned business, and then like the family hired friends. So like nobody really got anything done. It was the kind of company where it was like they were like the middleman. Like if you own a business and you don't want to like pick up your mail, they'll like hire us, do mundane things, or like book hotels, or like
Interesting.
yeah. It was like nobody really needs that.
So you basically were like a search engine
Yeah.
for people's companies.
Yeah,
You'd be like,
but,
I'll
like-
Google that for you.
Yeah, exactly. Like one guy was like, I want to buy my wife dance classes. Please get that for me. And I was like, okay.
So you're like concierge for lazy business people?
Yeah. And they were all dicks. They were like all really old and like didn't. One guy would come in every day and be like, take a memo. And I'd have to seriously like type.
God. Did you have a typewriter?
They did actually, but that was for like shipping labels.
Okay. Still.
Did you ever just like throw in the towel and go join them in the drinking room? Like, well, this is where I am. But
Once.
Once, yeah.
Yeah. But it felt pretty gross. Like it felt weird.
in the middle of the day, like working.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all about a day drink, but like at work, you
And
know.
you want it to be
Yeah.
with fun people, not dicks asking you
Yeah.
to like dictate or to
Take
take
a
a note.
memo.
Take a
Yeah.
memo.
Dicks dictating.
Yeah.
Dictating.
All those dictating. I mean, at Covell, I drink while I work, bartending. That's kind of, you have to do that to kind of be a little bit a part of the party.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit more difficult when you're not drinking. It's fine. You'll do it when you're not, but it's a little easier when you're drinking. But that's because everyone around you is kind of having a relaxed environment, and
Yeah.
then you want to jump on that train a little bit. You want to be like, I'm working. But ultimately, I am working. And I have to drive the bus a little bit. And I can't be drunk driving the bus.
No.
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 This bus is full of kids. I got to take them to first
The
grade.
Covell kids?
The Covell kids.
I mean, yeah. I passed elementary school because I went to the Shaughn
the
Covell
Covell school.
school.
It's like a really loose form Montessori.
Oh God! I mean, we do
Just
speak
get-
French. We're like, bring me the Sancerre, bring me the Bordeaux.
Everyone just gets a shandy in the back of the bus, like a slightly alcoholic soda. I drank a lot of shandies when I was in.
What's the shandy?
Shandy's like a really low alcohol, like soda pop kind of thing.
Oh.
But it's typically like alcohol and soda, like Sprite or Coke or something.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry you had that shitty job. Was that out here or was that
No,
in
it was in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania? Yeah.
Yeah. And I got fired.
When did you move here?
For almost 4 years ago.
Okay, yeah. So you're pretty cemented in
Yeah.
the Los Angeles culture
Yeah.
of like traffic and like
It's not, I mean, it's not as bad.
sunshine.
You know,
Do you have
Yeah.
to commute for your day job or?
I do, but it's just to Burbank.
Okay.
So that's not too
Oh, yeah, it's not bad.
wild. Yeah.
Burbank. I feel like Burbank has bumpers. Like it just feels like such a safe. Like there's the
Yeah.
IKEA and big
Yep.
big box stores. Like
It's basically just IKEA. That's pretty much
guess
IKEA is
so,
taking
yeah.
over Burbank, you guys.
That's what they're known for.
They're known
an
for the
IKEA.
biggest IKEA.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys, it's my birthday coming up.
oh,
I mean,
that's
you
right.
guys don't send me anything, please.
Except
Please
for
don't send
you
me
have
anything.
registry at IKEA.
Yeah, except go to IKEA.
Your
No,
wine registry.
but IKEA sent me $15 off any purchase
That's nice.
and free meatball lunch
oh,
for
fantastic.
my birthday. So
And I hear if you show up early
guess
enough,
what
they'll
I'm
give
doing
you.
for my birthday.
I love it. Wait, what? That's like the 7th, 8th,
19th, January 19th, everyone.
Ooh,
My
we're gonna
birthday.
potty
Party.
with the Boston accent.
Party. Actually, my birthday will have already happened, I think, when this episode comes.
okay.
Maybe not. Maybe just right before. No, it will be right
Happy
before.
birthday, future Shaughn.
Yeah, happy birthday.
You look marvelous. That wasn't me. That was my cocaine.
Michael Caine.
My cocaine came in here.
If you want to know how to properly say Michael Caine, just ask for a nice snuff of my cocaine, and he'll show
Just
up.
say my cocaine, and that's just my cocaine. That's an old show. You don't need to hear that
Yeah.
again. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry, our religious
Who
fans
did we
that
do
listen.
that with?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but I do remember us going on for about 5 minutes of Michael Caine, which it
It was really fun.
It did that thing where it went on so long it wasn't funny, but we were like, we have to keep doing this now so it's funny again. I think it worked.
Was it McInerney?
Yes.
it?
No.
Oh.
It wasn't. It was
It was a lady.
It was an with the puppets. Why am I blanking?
Oh
on
yeah,
her name?
Cassie.
Cassie
Jerkins. Jerkins.
Was she the one who taught us the Michael Caine thing?
No, I taught you it.
Okay. She enjoyed saying it too.
I taught you. Beavis and Butthead.
Let's
But,
recite some more Madeira facts.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this wine's crazy. First of all, the fact that it still exists is insane.
It's kind of sort of an accident.
Yeah, I mean, originally it was an accident. And
Oh, no.
Ellen, or do you want me to go on about it?
I can go. Well, I mean, so Madeira had been Portugal brought in some grapes from, I want to say, like Crete or something.
Mm-hmm.
The grapes usually used for it are Tinta Negra, Social, Verdejo, or Verdelho. Is that how you say it?
Verdejo. Yeah, I say Verdejo. And
Bual and
I say Madera, and you say Madeira.
Oh, yeah, I think you're
You
right.
say potato, I say potato.
I think it's Madera.
Madera. I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
I don't know. I pronounce things wrong and weird all the time.
No, I mean, you're very, very, it's very similar. It's slight.
Yeah.
You know, I just have an ear for language.
You
It's
do.
a curse, you guys.
You're better than I.
Ugh.
It's hard being Shaughn.
It's hard. I just
He has
hear,
to drink on the job and
I
pronounce.
hear everything. And I have to drink on the job to pronounce things.
Oh, God. So, Madera.
Anyway, Madera.
So they were exporting, like I said, this wine across the ocean to the U.S. They were sending it to the West Indies. They were sending it to Africa. And it was on these boats in these big casks getting tossed around in this intense heat. And it was either, well, from what I hear, there's a couple different stories I hear. One is it was going bad, so they started adding, fortifying it with brandy so that it wouldn't go bad.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's. I also heard listening to the Courtmaster Sommelier's podcast them say that it was originally an accident that a cask of it that was supposed to just go like across the ocean went across the ocean and came back, and then they were like, ooh. And at that point, it had been heated, so it got oxidized, it got caramelized.
It's like some funny 80s movie. They're like, oh my gosh, we put the red potion in with the blue potion, and like, poof, we created Madera.
But basically,
Hilarity
Madera
ensues.
was created because this wine was spending a long time in a ship, and it was doing basically what should make a wine go bad, which is getting like a lot of oxygen, a lot of heat. And a lot of heat was kind of cooking it. And they figured out, oh, if we add more alcohol, this is a fucking delicious wine.
And we stabilize it.
And we stabilize
By
it.
the time it gets to these places like the U.S., the West Indies, it would get there to be like this like nutty, butterscotchy, sort of caramely sort of thing. And people were like, this is fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Like, I want more of this. And so it was just like an accident because of shipping.
And nowadays they have a couple different ways they don't actually put it on it because they're like, wow, this is actually getting more expensive. We have to put our wine on a ship so it gets the ocean effect.
Yeah, they don't want to like just like send ships like circling around the globe.
I mean, that'd be a fun cruise.
Yeah.
You drink the wine at the beginning. This is our business idea. We're starting a cruise line. Take part in the process of Madeira.
Royal Caribbean, we have a pitch for you. I know you're not using the back half quadrant of your hole.
No, that's where their alcohol room is.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Throw some Madera on there.
Anyway, they have a couple different ways they make it now. The one we're drinking was probably made in the Cantero method, where they put it in a cask in a hot room and for years on end until it gets to the point they like it. And they also have a quicker method where they put it in these tanks and there are heated coils running through it and that make it happen a little faster, but that's considered just like slightly lower grade than the
one where they heated up for like 2 years.
Yeah. So
yeah.
The one we have is presumably cask because once it's 10 years, they usually are taking the time.
But you can get Madeiras that are like 200 years old.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
it basically is wine that's gone bad and been exposed to too much oxygen, so you can't really, you can open it and like keep it around.
And keep it around. It'll just get better.
Wow.
And better and better and better.
It's a wine with history.
It's like a vampire wine. It never dies.
Never dies. Until you drink it.
This is such a goth wine.
Yes. Perfect
Got it.
for Ellen.
Perfect for Ellen. And that was natural too. I just really landed on that goth.
You did.
Totally naturally.
I love it.
I didn't even have to
You
work
didn't
for
reach.
that. Ellen, what was the worst job you ever had?
Probably just like a restaurant that I hated.
She's like this
being-
podcast.
This podcast. I mean, there are the times that I thought I was being hired by an actor, and it turned out it was more like a reality show.
Oh, like when you did Judge Judy?
I didn't do Judge
That was
Judy. I
funny.
did Operation Repo.
Oh, right. That's right. Right.
I mean, I'm inclined to say though I worked as a dog washer for a summer, which was both the best and the worst because like dogs are for the most part great, but it was exhausting and my hands were just raw from being in the water all day. And sometimes those dogs were bitches to work with.
And if you don't know,
They were bitches, whether they were bitches or not.
And if you don't know what Ellen looks like, Ellen's, not like super buff. and-
Yeah, you'd have to
like-
lift these 100-pound dogs
Yeah.
and wrestle with them. They're cowering in the corner, and you're like, your owner's going to be here in 2 hours. I just need to wash the shampoo out.
What breed was the best to wash?
Well, the smaller ones were the easiest ones.
Just because you can
the short-haired ones.
manhandle them.
As long as they're short-haired. Cocker Spaniels, they were always very changeable, and that's the one dog that bit me. Like, I was blow-drying him, and he was just, like, sitting there nicely, and then all of a sudden, and, like, bit me. And then later that day, a bee stung me where he bit me. It was the worst day ever.
Sorry, it's not funny.
This was my summer before college.
You're like, and then
I
a bird pooped on me.
And then I went to U Chicago, where fun goes to die. So,
Chicago?
And I was like, this is more fun than summer. What?
Where did he bite you?
My arm. Dogs are funny when you're blow drying
Spaniel.
them. They would always put their head under your arm, like if I can't see the heavy duty air blower thing. Like they have pretty hardcore. I would be scared if someone were trying to blow my hair with one
that.
of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Shelby like a nice little like normal like
I've
human
seen
one.
Shelby get bathed a couple
Oh,
times now. She loves it.
She does love it. She'll just sit there and like literally like Beyonce style, like like whip her head from side to side as like the wind blows her ears back.
Do you have a dog?
No, I had a boxer.
Oh.
And like anytime it snowed or anything, when I brought her in, I'd blow dry her off. And she loved it. Like that was like her jam. Like she would just like run to the bathroom. Like, okay,
Oh, wow.
I'm cold.
She's like, I'm ready.
Yeah, and anytime she was like chilly, she'd like run to the bathroom. Like, can we do this?
Yeah.
I need to warm up.
It's so weird. Like I always used to make fun of people that had like sweaters for their dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
But I
Your
recently
dog
got
totally
one.
wears a sweater.
She totally does. No, because I was like, she's cold.
Yeah.
She literally was cold and like freaking out. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And at one point, she just like wanted to be like next to me. And once she was being held or like wrapped up in a blanket, she was fine. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you're just cold.
Dogs have LA. What's the word I'm looking for?
Temperature adjustment issues?
They're adapted
Oh, yeah.
to. Because I was in. I mean, it was funny because I'd seen you whip out the sweater for Shelby right before I left for St. Louis over this winter, where it was an average high of 12,
Oh.
and I saw no dogs wearing sweaters there, but I saw lots of dogs.
And that sweater was brought to you by Geraldine Flood.
Oh, Geraldine!
Yeah,
good job.
good job. It's a cute sweater.
It is. He's got a very fashionable dog.
Nice. What kind of
She's
dog?
okay. It's like a mutt, little Maltese poodle thing.
Sweet.
Yeah, and she's like 14 pounds. She's really sweet. We're coming up on a year.
Wait, when did you get her?
Valentine's Day. Oh my God. Gosh. It's like so cute. It was kind of accidental. It was totally accidental. Someone's like, can you take the dog? I'm like, I don't know, maybe. Can you come get it now? I'm like, yeah, sure.
It's a good Valentine's Day present to
Yeah.
yourself.
So sweet. So sweet.
You're gonna be to tell Brennan. You're gonna be like, you have pretty big shoes to fill this Valentine's Day.
Brennan and her are like best friends.
Oh, okay.
They
well,
have like
maybe
a whole
they'll-
secret
they'll-
language.
They'll plan a surprise for you, his
Yeah.
boyfriend and his dog. Aw.
A surprise for Valentine's Day or a surprise for my birthday? or both.
Both.
Ooh.
If you still listen to the show.
Oh God, Shaughn, what was your
I'm just kidding.
what was your best job, Shaughn?
Oh, my worst job?
Yeah,
My
worst.
best job.
Worst.
Because I was going to say.
Can you say no? What?
Yeah, no, my worst job was probably when I worked at a jacuzzi rental by the hour place. You ever watch that show Blind Date? Remember that show Blind Date?
Yeah.
You remember Zig? Yeah.
Nah.
Remember they used to go to that jacuzzi place called Splash? And they would get in the jacuzzi? Yeah. Zig's like, I know this. I don't know why I thought Zig. Do you remember Blind Date?
Yeah.
Blind Date? Yeah. Anyway, so that place. And it was on Craigslist and it was like $8 an hour. And I was like, well, I need a job. And
When was this?
this was, oh my gosh, a long time ago.
Like in LA? Or?
Yeah, I had just moved to LA, and in LA, I just graduated college and moved down in here, and I just needed a job. So I replied to like a Craigslist thing. I was like, oh, whatever, this is gonna be doable. It'll be money. And the guy was like training me all day. He's like, okay, so this is what you have to do, and you're there by yourself, and it's open till 3 a.m. So you can imagine the clientele that come in there,
Oh, wow.
and you have to then go and clean out
That's
the room.
gnarly.
And then reset it, like clean it out, and then while people are coming and going, and like, so I'm like, oh my God, this sounds like a nightmare. And after the full day of training, he's like, oh, and by the way, make sure you drop all the money in the safe, like even like 20s or 10s and everything. I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, because someone was robbed the other night at gunpoint. And I
Jesus
just was
Christ.
like, I can't
quit.
work here. And I just literally like in that one moment, I was like, I can't do this. And he's like, what? I'm like, I'm so sorry. I worked there for a day and I was like,
Wow.
I know I can't do this. And so that was probably the worst job I had. And I only did it for a day. So, yeah, one day. And that was enough to know that it was the worst job. I'm like, for $8 an hour to be shot
No.
for a jacuzzi rental by the hour place? No.
You can do better.
Thanks. Yeah. I finally got can I just get a restaurant job, which was so hard to get
They're
By the
pretty
way.
hard to get.
in LA. They can be really tough. So yeah, I finally got a restaurant job and then quit that. I don't need this. Yeah, that's it. That's my story. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Now I drink a lot of Madera.
This Madeira is really nice.
Yeah, right?
Do you want to play What's in the Glass?
Well, what's in the glass?
Sure.
Yeah.
Or do you want to talk more about day jobs? We're
No,
equal
We're
opportunity.
flexible. We're easy.
No, let's play What's in the Glass.
Okay, well, everyone pick up your glass.
Yes.
Let's look at this. This looks different than any other wine we've had on the show, because it is.
It's a dessert wine.
It's a dessert wine. It's tawny brown-ish.
Ooh, Tony.
I'm trying to think what we could compare it to. What color?
I, Tawny.
What?
I, Tanya.
I, Tanya.
I, Tawny.
I, Tawny.
Ambery, light brown. What I compare this to?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something
Could I
brown
compare thee
that's-
to a summer's day?
It's I bet if we could see the tears, I bet they'd be thick and slow. Being as this has 20% alcohol, right?
Yeah, we are
Something like that.
lightly sipping this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like we weren't trying to be stingy when we filled your glass just halfway full.
No, that's I mean, it's pretty. You can
It's
really,
a potent sip.
Yeah.
It's a potent sip.
So
That's
everyone,
the name of my punk band.
potent sip.
Potent sip. Hello, we're potent sip.
Hello, Cleveland.
Hello, Cleveland, we're potent sip.
Okay, everyone take a whiff.
It's so hot
Yeah.
It is.
because of the alcohol.
Feel your nose hairs burn. I'm trying to think how
I get like
I get booze.
I get booze. I get like a little bit of like dry wood. You know, like
Interesting.
sawdusty kind of thing.
Did hang out in barrels a long
It
time.
did.
Jen, what do you smell?
Like caramel or butterscotch.
Yeah, for sure.
Notes of that.
Yeah, totally.
So sophisticated.
Yeah. Hey Zig, do you want some of this, by the way? You want a little
Yeah.
glass? You sure?
Everyone take a sip.
Taking a sip.
It's pretty good acid, I'd say, for a.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's funny because the acid, there's so much alcohol in this wine, you don't realize the acid that's present in.
But
I
that
just
kinda
totally ignoring
Cuts
it.
through the sweetness.
It does cut through the sweetness.
This is a delightful wine.
Yeah, it's really balanced and light because I've had like richer, nuttier ones, which I enjoy as well.
They're good for dessert. This
Yeah,
is
they're
good
good
for we're sipping by itself.
Yeah, but like this is kind of like a sipping Madera.
It tastes like caramel covered almonds or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or I feel like candied nuts.
I wasn't sure because I was eating nuts right before I got.
Oh, no,
here, so
it-
I was
it-
like,
it-
I wasn't. Sure.
This legit tastes like candied nuts.
Oh, thank God! I was like, oh my God, like I'm getting like overwhelming almond.
Yeah, you're spot on. I mean, those. Yeah.
Walnut.
I don't know about walnut, Shaughn. You might be reaching. Pecan.
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 Pecan. Oh my God, it's going like right to my head. I'm like getting like, Ellen, tell me a story.
I know. We literally
Come
felt.
sit on my lap, Ellen, and tell me a story. Tell me his
Be careful what you wish for.
Tell me a beautiful story about how it used to be.
Well, back in the ships sailing
Oh, I remember that when the Madera ships
from
were
sea to
sailing.
shining sea.
Oh, beautiful was busy sky.
You do a really good drunk guy.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, you reply extra clearly to prove that you weren't actually just that
Thank
drunk.
you. I'm 100% sober. No, it's delicious.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I never liked Madera before, and I think I just had only ever tasted. I think I was getting it confused in my head with Marsala, which is. I think I'd only ever tasted like cooking Marsala, which
I
is
love
just
the
a
chicken
travesty.
marsala at Olive Garden. It's really good.
Isn't that another fortified wine, Marsala? Anyone? From an Italian island?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
But it is just for. I thought it was only for cooking.
For
Right?
cooking, yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's most famous for its chicken marsala.
Oh wait, no. Now I remember Maurice brought some like $5 Marsala that they sell at the regular wine aisle at Trader Joe's.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Is it like a sherry? It feels like a sherry.
It's like
kind
a
of
fortified wine. I'm
Yeah.
not exactly sure on how they make it, but it's like a little bit sweet or a lot sweet.
thing. A little lot sweet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up right this second.
The finish on this wine is medium
Med-
plus.
Yeah,
Medium.
medium.
It doesn't change much.
Marsala.
We're Googling.
Beep 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 beep. Ooh, it's a wine style. Oh, see, chicken. First thing that popped up. You think I'm crazy? It's a wine, dry or sweet, produced in the region surrounding the Italian city of Marsala in Sicily. Oh, it's a
It is an
Sicilian.
island.
It's a Sicilian wine.
Oh.
Inconceivable. Sorry, Wallace Shawn just got here.
That was so bizarre.
No Wallace Shawn, anyone?
What?
Princess Bride?
Oh yeah.
Wallace Shawn?
I've seen that movie once. I'm terrible. I'm not obsessed
Oh,
with it
that's
like everyone else in the
good,
world.
yeah.
This is what I hear. I didn't love it the first time I saw it, but I was like 10 or something. So
I like cried when I saw it.
Did you?
Yeah, but I was like 5 years old, and then anything that made me cry was on the like banned list in my house. So then I just watched like adult movies. Like I was watching like Pulp Fiction.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wait, what made you cry about it?
I don't know. Like anytime something was like a little bit like too like sweet, like E.T. Like
Yeah.
I lost my mind.
Oh, I couldn't watch that.
Yeah,
I
E.T.
never
is pretty
made it all the
upsetting,
way
yeah.
through the Lion King because, like, once there's death,
Yeah.
and then I think I made it through like budding romance, and that was making me cry. So I've never sat through, tearjerkers.
No, I pretty much just watched Grease 2 all my growing up. Grease 2 and
I don't think I've ever seen.
Oh, it's really good.
Really?
No, it's
I didn't like the first.
yeah, I know, yeah, whatever. But that's all we really had on VHS because that's how old I am.
We just watched Clue over and over,
Clue
and that
was
was
good.
fine. Clue's the best movie on
Yeah,
earth.
Clue's a good movie.
Back to the Future. We had
Oh
that.
yeah, we
watched
watched a lot of that.
Super good.
I got really into Flatliners for a while.
Oh, yeah,
I
that
could
was
watch
really
a lot
good.
of that.
They're so goth.
So dark.
So dark.
Did they remake that?
I was just gonna say they remade it. Did anyone see it?
No. Why bother when you have
No.
Kiefer Sutherland and
Yeah.
Julia Roberts and
Right?
what's
Kevin
the-
Bacon?
Yeah, Kevin Bacon. Oh, so good. All of it.
Good one, guys. I'm so bad at that Kevin Bacon game.
I'm actually really good at
Really?
it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna play it. My friends play it.
I hear there's,
and
like,
I'm like, no,
somewhere-
I'm not playing. I like leave the room. I'm like, I feel dumb.
There's a button you can click on your if you like everyone does have an IMDb profile. There's like maybe it's gone, but there used to be something you could click there that would show you your connections.
Oh, to Kevin Bacon?
I'm not sure if it's still there. That was years ago.
Oh, that's funny. What is it? Like everyone's connected by 7 degrees or something?
yeah. I
6
mean,
degrees
it
of-
works.
6 degrees?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 6
It's,
degrees.
it's a pretty good play too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 degrees of separation. Oh yeah, what are you finding on Marsala?
Dry or sweet, Sicilian, vintage Marsala. It's fortified similar to, it's a fortified wine, similar to Port Madera sherry. Originally, this addition of alcohol was to ensure that it would last on long ocean voyages.
Oh, copying off of
I
Madeira.
know.
All those M wines. That are also. Are you reading Wikipedia? Because probably someone who just didn't know any better is like
Probably.
getting it confused with Madeira.
But I do feel like a lot of this stuff came about for just shipping, like just the practicalness.
Yeah, for
of,
practical
like,
purposes.
How do I get the booze from?
like champagne came about for practical reasons of that they're like, oh, our wine's bubbling up.
So just think about all the mistakes we're making today. It's going to be the inventions of tomorrow.
Exactly.
Shaugh's giant gesturing happy arms.
I'm doing my power pose.
Oh, nice. I would if I could lift my left arm.
Oh,
No.
I'm just being
Ellen just
pathetic
made the
over here.
most broken scarecrow looking shape.
One arm's powerful, the
Yeah.
other's like reaching
Yeah.
to the sun.
Reaching to
Grow,
the sun,
little
yeah.
arm, grow. You know, bones grow back stronger than
That's true.
when they're. So I'm gonna have I don't know, Iron Man back.
Yeah.
You're going to be like Logan.
I'll just be like fighting crime with my with my rib cage.
You're going to be bionic.
I did have a bionic arm, but that's another story.
What?
There was a lot of metal in it for a while. They ended up taking it out.
Do you have any bionic things?
Bionic
Jen?
limbs.
Bionic limbs?
No.
Are you broken in any way today? Because
I had food poisoning last night.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
no,
So
that's huge.
Yeah.
You look really great for someone.
Oh,
who
thank
just
you.
had-
Yeah. Your hair looks amazing, too.
Thank
by
you.
the
I
way.
was, I was
Teeth are so
throwing up.
white.
You guys are really missing it out.
Thanks.
So sorry.
Yeah, I was like,
We'll take a picture. We'll post it.
Oh yeah, we do need to take a picture
Oh,
before
yeah.
you
Take a
leave. Don't let me forget.
yeah, I was just puking.
Ooh, bummer.
Yeah.
Super bummer. Do you want to like out the restaurant or place you got food from?
Yeah. What do you eat?
I had ramen.
Ooh.
Did you add anything? I like to add an egg.
I added an egg.
Uh-oh.
So it could have been the egg.
It could have been the egg.
You know, my co-running partner who I run with, he made some like egg thing and it made him throw up too.
Oh yeah, that thing you ate when you ran the Grand Canyon.
Exactly, yeah. He got super
Oh.
bored.
It's not pleasant.
It's not pleasant. No,
No.
it sucks.
I mean, no, like it's never, but like the noodles. That's all I'm gonna say is the noodles.
Oh goodness.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You're feeling better today though?
a little bit. Yeah, I'm still pretty like, ugh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Have you ever broken any bones?
I broke my nose.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
How'd that happen?
I was in a car accident.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my radio was broke for like 2 months, and then one morning when I was driving to a like a part-time job at a video store, it was my first day there, and the radio just magically popped back on, and it was like blaring. So I was like, oh, what the hell? And like in that brief second, I just smashed into the back of another car. And then someone comes like flying over the hill and smashes in the back of me. So it was crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's scary.
Well, see, day jobs just start of trouble. You would
There
not
you
have been
go.
driving to
If
the
I
video
didn't have to
store.
work, yeah.
And then if you had been driving Christine, that
Seriously.
was
Yeah, and it was an
possessed.
it was a Mustang
Oh, it was
convertible.
Christine.
So it was, yeah.
Oh, Stephen King.
Yeah.
Nailed it. So when you got it fixed, did you get a better nose?
No, actually, they were like, "Oh, it'll probably be fine as is."
Were you like,
That's
yes,
good.
free nose job? And they were like, no. And you're like, oh,
You have a pretty perfect
Thank
looking
you.
nose already.
I mean, like, if you really look, it's
You have a good
like,
nose.
yeah, thank you. I'll
You're
take
fine.
it. I'll
You're
take
fine.
it. I won't.
you got a great nose.
I won't like bring myself down.
You
But
guys, you're really missing out.
yeah,
And very, like, you have good teeth, too. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
thank
just sitting
you.
over here admiring them.
I can't
you
see your
have
teeth
really-
because there's a microphone in front of it.
They're very white.
Oh my God, they're very wide.
Jen's
She
super
pops- she
cute.
pops
This
it
is the
out.
segment of the show where we just tell you everything wonderful. And she
Yeah.
does a really
Love that.
cute thing where she shrugs her shoulders.
do.
So, as we look into her sparkly blue eyes.
oh, this is such a
I'm
wonderful
gonna leave.
thing. You're
Shaugh's
beautiful
out.
too.
Oh, thanks. Anything else? I'm just kidding.
You have a great personality.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're a very generous, nice person.
That's the only good thing about me is when it comes to other people.
Mm-hmm.
The rest is hideous, like my goth soul.
Ooh, so dark. So dark. Should we do a little lightning round,
Let's
maybe?
do some lightning rounds. Whoa.
Lightning round.
That was like some really mellow, like lightning dropping in a pond, rippling out at the end. Like
Exactly.
the-
So the storm was brewing, right? And then
Yeah.
like the thundered and the lightning crashed, and then it
Yeah.
started to rain a little bit, and
Oh,
then
that's
like,
what that was.
and then it settled.
It was beautiful.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Then that's what happened. Yeah.
So lightning round, we might have mentioned some of these things in our.
Oh, right. You might already know the answers if you were listening.
Here's one. We didn't talk about this, but I'm just going to throw it out there. So there's a couple different names they have for certain types of vintage Madeira. They're not actually technically allowed to call them vintage, apparently. They have to use certain terms. Do you have any clue? Have you seen any terms on Have you recently seen any Madeira terms on a bottle that you could have something to do with when they were made or how they were made? She's like, fuck you. Jen's like, fuck you. What do you know?
Wait, so I'm confused with the question. So, like, what are the terms?
When it's a vintage Madeira, like, made in a certain year. Okay, so sometimes you'll see, like, colheita.
Okay.
Or fresqueira.
Okay.
But those are probably really expensive ones that we never actually
But they have other terms?
No, I think those are the terms they use when they're designating, like, a vintage. I want to say, like, a colheita has to be at least like 20 years old. And they're not allowed to, on the bottle, use the term vintage because that belongs to Portugal or something.
Oh, they're not allowed to say vintage?
Yeah.
The word vintage?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh.
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Sean's examining the bottle.
It just says 10 years old.
Yeah.
So they're not allowed to say vintage. Like, you mean like
Or
vintage?
if it's like a certain year.
Oh.
I don't know. This is all what I was gleaning from. You guys just look up, ignore us. Just go listen to the Quartermaster's sommelier.
Oh, is it from that?
Yeah, from their thing.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Okay, that was a
There's
bad
a whole bunch of
lightning
weird.
round question.
we got other ones.
Cool.
Name some other types of fortified wines.
There you go. Lob.
Or think of dessert wines. You might think of old British ladies sipping drams and draughts.
We've said a couple.
One of them is an island on Sicily.
The begins with an M.
Close enough. Bing, 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 bing.
Marsala.
Yes.
Or port.
Yeah,
Port's another one.
Sherry.
Banyuls. Vin du naturel.
Ooh.
That's what they call them in. Or as they call them in, what is it, Australia? They're stickies.
Stickies.
The stickies.
Okay, stinkies.
Yeah, well, because they
can't do an
make
Australian accent all of
some
a sudden.
sweet, sticky wine. Or maybe
Sweet, sticky wine.
yeah, I feel like they call
Because
them
this
that.
Madeira is just really good. It's nutty. I feel good. I feel really good. Lightning
fuck
rounds.
lightning round.
Lightning rounds. Lightning round. I don't know why you guys are in a hurry to ask questions.
Okay.
Chill out, man. Just feel the vibe.
Okay, just like one last question. Oh, I'm sorry. He does this sometimes. Shaughn, we are never having fortified.
What? I'm sorry, what?
I've decided we're never having fortified wine on the podcast.
I'm up. I just took a little nap.
He's so cute. So cute.
I got sleepy. I got sleep in my eyes.
Oh.
I'm 5. I'm just kidding. Okay, next question. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. What does Madera mean in Portuguese?
Ooh, it is time.
Oh man.
It is time now to speak Portuguese.
She's like looking to see where
Okay,
I wrote
these
it down.
and it's made
I
from
think it's similar to the Spanish word.
yeah. It's what houses are made out of.
Wood.
Yes.
Yay! Yeah, it means woods.
I mean, I guess you can live in a
it was a
clay
very
house.
forested
Yeah.
island, and they called it the Ilha de Madera, which means like
Isle of the Wood.
island of the woods. Yeah. So yeah, that was our lightning round. This was a hard Shaughn and
I'm gonna
I
ask
didn't
another
know.
one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have another one. Go for it.
What country's founding fathers drank a lot of Madera?
America.
You got 3.
I mean, with a lot of help, but yeah.
Shaughn and I had to do more research on this episode than we've had to do in a long time because we're like, Madera, we know about that vaguely, but it's complicated.
I literally couldn't put the book down though today.
Yeah,
I
it's
was like,
fascinating.
What?
Which
This is
one were you-
insane. The Wine Bible. It
yeah.
was so fascinating because it's like, for all intents and purposes, it should not have been.
I know. They're like, this
lasted
wine's
this
going
long.
bad. Let's throw some alcohol. Ooh, this wine tastes good.
Ellen's getting a text.
I bet it's our. Should we ask the.
It's the president of the United States. Oh my God, Ellen, how do you know Donald
Carl,
Trump?
he's here.
Will you please tell him to fucking stop with it already and be done? I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. I'll just say 1 minute.
Say 1 minute.
That does bring us to we should ask our final question.
Final question. Ellen, I want you to ask it tonight.
She's taking a sip of water, prepping herself. What's bringing you joy?
Improv.
Oh,
And my girlfriend.
no.
And more improv.
Improving with your girlfriend. Oh, yeah, I agree.
Those are good things.
Yeah.
Others and improvs. Improvs ourselves and others, and improvs and peoples and life and love and fortified wines. Sweet fortified wines.
Sweet Madera.
Well, on that note, Jen, thank you so much for being here and drinking Madera with us.
Thank
We
you for
love you.
having
We
me.
love Madera. Cheers.
Cheers.
That was an episode.
That was an episode, wasn't it, everyone? Thanks for listening, everybody. We love you so much.
We'd love if you could share some love back with us on,
Yeah.
on the iTunes. Like, click the 5 stars, just write a, hey guys, love it, or something. I don't care.
Yeah, and send us a grape of the week, you
Yeah.
know? And or, share on the Insta. Go on the Facebook page we have.
Talk to us.
Talk to
We
us.
want to be here. We want to be of service to you.
Yeah. You know that device you have in your hand that's basically a computer?
Yeah, you can email us or go on Instagram and find us, or if you have our phone number, you can text us.
There you go.
Just like you texting me randomly on a Tuesday when the episode comes and be like, hey, Ellen, just happened to love the episode. I mean, don't lie, listen to the episode, but if you do that, next time I see you, I'll kiss you.
There you go.
On the mouth. Whether you like it or not.
Thank you all the comedy peeps, CCB. Thank you Covell peeps.
Thanks, Dr. America Comedy.
Thanks Thomas Strachey for our graphic.
All that good stuff.
All that good stuff. And thank you guys. Thank you just for listening
We
and getting through this part.
appreciate your ears.
Yeah. And up next week we have Carl Hess. Very funny.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Good time. All right, guys. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.
I just drink wine. I don't fuck with IPAs. I just drink wine. I don't fuck with Minute Maids. I just drink wine. I don't fuck with coffee mates. I just drink wine. Give me red, white, or say, don't touch me, motherfucker. I'm a sommelier.
This has been a Boardwalk Audio podcast. For more information and shows, visit boardwalkaudio.com. Don't forget to rate and subscribe now.